All right, number 15, they give us this graph here, okay? And then it says the graph above displays the total cost C in dollars of renting a boat for 8 hours. Okay, so on the bottom here we have the time in hours, that's like the X values. Okay, and then right here, that's a total cost in dollar, that's like the Y values. Okay, but here they call it the H and the C value. Okay, and you see as time goes on, the total cost increases, right? Which makes sense, right? Because the longer we rent the boat, the higher it will cost. All right. So 15 says, what does the C-intercept represent in the graph? All right. So A says the initial cost of renting the boat, B, the total number of boats rented, C, the total number of hours a boat is rented, or D, the increase in cost to rent a boat for each additional hour. Okay, so the C-intercept, all right, C-intercept. So remember we said the C value is like the Y value, right? Okay, that's the cost, total cost of renting the boat. So C-intercept is like the Y-intercept pretty much. Okay, so we're trying to interpret the meaning of the Y-intercept, which is this point right there. That's right on the Y-axis. Okay, so it's 5, 0,5. Okay, so what does that mean? So if you have a question, this is related to like a linear modeling. Okay, so we have a linear equation, and so the Y-intercept in the linear equation is always some kind of starting amount, okay, or initial amount, right? For any application question, it's always, Y-intercept is always an initial amount. So that's what we begin with. Okay, so the cost of renting a boat, so we begin with 5, right? Okay, so even if you rent 0 hours, we still have to pay $5. Okay, so that's like, maybe like the sign up fee, or like just by rentable, we had to pay $5 upfront. Okay, and then as time goes on, it goes up from there. So this should be the initial amount, the initial cost in this case of renting the boat. So look at the answer, that should be A for this one. All right. Okay, and then if you look at D, just want to point this out, D is the increase in cost to rent a boat for each additional hour. So this is the slope. Okay, so slope is a rate of change. So for each additional hour, how much does the cost increase? That's represented by the slope. Okay, so for this type of question, very likely they'll ask us either about the Y-intercept or the slope. Okay, so Y-intercept is the initial amount, slope is a rate of change. So number 15, the answer is A.